For the past 245 years, the Marine Corps has served this great country, developing some of the greatest warriors this world has ever seen. Hi, my name is Brian, and I'd like to spend the next little bit here discussing a brief history of the Marine Corps. As a Marine veteran, this topic is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I hope I can do it enough justice. The Marine Corps was founded on November 10th, 1775 by the Second Continental Congress. Like many of the military services, it does predate the country, interestingly. The original purpose of the Marine Corps was to serve on Navy ships and act as a landing party, as well as defend the ships from being boarded. They fought throughout the Revolutionary War in many battles, eventually being disbanded in 1783 along with the Navy. The Marine Corps was reestablished in 1798 to fight in a quasi-war with France in the Barbary Coast, along North Africa, notably in Tripoli. They also fought in the War of 1812, where they assisted in the defense of Washington, D.C., as well as the invasion of New Orleans alongside Andrew Jackson. They also fought in the Mexican-American War, where they were attached to an army unit that conquered Mexico City. The Mexican City attack and the Tripoli battles are remembered in Marine Corps history through our hymn. The Marine Corps hymn's opening lines are, "From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli." This makes reference to both battles and remembers the great fighting that happened there. During the Civil War, the Marine Corps, like many of the Union forces, were deployed all over the country. And the Marine Corps fought notably in the Battle of Bull Run, the Battle of Charleston, the Battle of Fort Fisher, and the Battle for New Orleans. The rest of the 19th century after the war, the Marine Corps spent its time protecting American interests throughout the world, including the Philippine insurrection, the Boxer Rebellion in China, and operations throughout Cuba, Nicaragua, Panama, and even Haiti. World War I and World War II saw the Marine Corps really come into its own as a fighting force. In World War I, the 4th Marine Division was sent to France to help with the German invasion. And they fought in battles such as Belleau Wood, St. Michael, and Mont Blanc. And they fought so fiercely that they earned a nickname from the German fighters they fought against, Teufelhausen, or it's translated into English, devil dog. This term and this nickname stuck and is used in the Marine Corps to describe Marines to this day. I remember being in the Marine Corps and having superiors say, "Hey, devil dog, come over here. Hey, devil dog, how you doing today?" It's just the nickname that we use to refer to each other. During World War II, the Marine Corps developed its amphibious tactics that are used to this very day as they fought the Japanese in an island hopping campaign throughout the South Pacific. The campaign saw them reaching islands all over the South Pacific, from Tarawa to Midway, Iwo Jima, Peleliu, Guam, and even Okinawa in Japan itself. Again, this part of the war and World War II as a whole developed the Marine Corps into the amphibious, quick action invasion force that it is today. After World War II, the Marine Corps began to conduct operations to prevent the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. This saw them entering into the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, fighting in the battles of Incheon, where they could prove that they still had a strong amphibious fighting force and were still capable of conducting amphibious operations. They also fought in the Battle of Chosin Reservoir, where they were able to successfully repel the advancing Chinese army despite being completely surrounded. The Marine Corps entered the Vietnam War in 1971 with the Battle of Da Nang, and continued to see operations throughout Vietnam until their eventual withdrawal in 1971. After the Vietnam War, the Marine Corps began to take more of a peacekeeping role in the world and started to conduct operations with NATO, and eventually even developed a quick reaction force where they would station Marines on naval vessels to allow for quick response to areas all over the world. In 1990, Iraq invaded Kuwait, starting the Gulf War, and seeing nearly 92,000 Marines deployed during Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield. By June of 1991, the war had ended and Marines resumed their peacekeeping operations. In November of 2001, Operation Enduring Freedom saw Marines sent to Afghanistan, and later in 2003 to Iraq to overthrow the Saddam regime, ultimately ending with the capture of Baghdad. The Marine Corps has had a long and arduous battle history, and I think that videos like this are needed now, and that we should learn about our military history, as it shows our values as Americans throughout the many different years. As I have demonstrated here, many of the operations conducted by our military forces were outside of wars and were mainly to protect the interest of the United States. And I think demonstrating that and showing that through our military history is a strong education point that we all need to take note of. Thank you for watching.